Well, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce to this audience Professor Harish Chandra Verma, who's basically a nuclear physicist by training. You can see from today's crowd how popular and well known he is, and among the younger generation I don't think he needs any introduction. In fact, he's known through his books all through the country. He's basically a nuclear physicist, worked at the IIT Kanpur for many years. He's authored several books on physics at the graduate and undergraduate level, and his 2-volume book on concepts of physics has become more or less a classical work which all students aspiring to go to IITs or even through their regular studies use. His early childhood was spent in Patna, growing up, and his interest in mathematics and physics was introduced to him by his father. And then, after his BSc degree, he joined IIT Kanpur for his MSc, and he topped his MSc class there, after which he went on to complete his PhD also from IIT Kanpur. And he completed his PhD in a record of less than 3 years. After that, he joined the Patna Science College as a lecturer, where he was asked to basically teach students, graduate and undergraduate students. And he very quickly realized that one of the main problems that students were facing, he was using books like Resnick and Halliday, and these are written by foreign authors and for children and students coming out of a rural background. They are more or less grappling with the language rather than understanding the concepts in the book. So once he realized that he should also address this problem, and he spent about 8 years writing these 2-volume books, Concepts of Physics, in which he explained physics concepts, keeping in mind the background from which most of the students are coming, and the Indian culture and so on. And so this book was a tremendous success. Okay. He was able to connect with the students through this. And he's also co-founded several, the things like the Shiksha Chopin, which is basically for social upliftment of underprivileged children. So, Professor Verma is basically painted on a very broad canvas. And in a country like India, it's very important that children, graduate students of this country are basically able to appreciate and be enthusiastic about physics and other subjects. And so with these few words, let me, before inviting, say that he's a very interesting speaker. So I won't stand between you and him, and we look forward to his Neutrino Katha, which is today's topic.
Thank you, Dean Sir, for giving such a nice introduction. And thank you, PRL, for hosting my stay here and giving this opportunity to talk to such a nice galaxy. This particular book that you talked about, this Concepts of Physics, also gives a message that one has to accept challenges, and one should not be deterred by the kind of environment you are in, because when I started writing this book, first advice was that at this young age, one should not write books. For writing books, you need to wait till you are close to retirement. Only then you should write books. That was the first advice. But when I started writing, okay, ठीक है चलो चलता है. Can I use Hindi? Yes. But then when years after years went by, 3 years, 4 years, अभी तक तुम्हारा किताब कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, बहुत जवानी बर्बाद कर दिया तुमने. Those kind of they were all my well-wishers. They did not want me to spend my precious time into this writing a book, a single book. क्या करना है? अरे पैसे कमाना है, कोचिंग ज्वाइन कर लो, और एकेडमिक्स करना है तो कुछ रिसर्च वगैरह कर लो. Although I used to do some research in Patna University also, I produced 5 PhDs from there. I brought UGC projects and all those things for the first time. I was doing that. बट ये किताब के पीछे इतना क्यों दीवाने हो? 3 साल हो गया अभी तक किताब खत्म नहीं, 4 साल हो गया किताब बीरबल का खिचड़ी पक रहा है. All varieties of that. But then I had decided it's my own project. कोई क्या कहता है, कोई क्या नहीं करता है, ये मेरा प्रोजेक्ट है, ये मुझे करना है. And why? Because as you said, sir, I realized that although the book by Resnick Halliday and some other authors was excellent, and I learned most of my physics from those books, but those books were not effective to my Indian audience. And why how I learned from that book, that was because I came across the book only during my MSc days. When I was doing MSc at IIT Kanpur, that time, first time, I saw the book in the library, and then I browsed through, and I found it very, very interesting and very nicely written. And parallel to the MSc courses, I did all this Resnick Halliday problems and theory I read and all those things. But that was when I was doing MSc. But here I am teaching +2 students and giving this Resnick Halliday in their hands, and it was not really not effective. So I realized, as you said, that no, science cannot be separated from life. And therefore, if there has to be a textbook, science textbook, one should know the lifestyle of the target audience, and it should be packaged in that fashion. That same Newton's law, the same Maxwell's laws, but they have to be packaged in that particular fashion. And that lesson, which I learned during my initial 3-4 years at Patna Science College, is still guiding. Science cannot be separated from the lifestyle you are living in. And therefore science communication, if you have to do, you have to know your audience, and accordingly you have to plan. That lesson I am still being guided by that. Anyway, so the 8 years had passed, and finally the book had come, and during the writing of the book, there was excitement of creating something new. But absolutely no, I was not thinking of its market value and its acceptability and what will happen, what will not happen. And creating something new, that was the driving force. But after the writing was over, after the book was published, from the very first day, जैसे लोग सेंसेक्स देखते हैं ना, आज 200 पॉइंट चढ़ गया, 150 पॉइंट गिर गया, तो I used to ask my publisher, आज कितने कॉपी बिका, आज कितने कॉपी बिका, आज कितने, I wanted to see कि जो लोग कहते थे कि फालतू टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हो, और मैं उसके पीछे पड़ा हुआ था, I wanted to see कि क्या हो रहा है. And very surprisingly, very pleasantly, it was a great satisfaction that from the very first month, this concepts of physics made places in lots of hearts of the students and physics teaching community. कभी भी वो वापस नीचे नहीं हुआ. It's we have just completed 25 years of that book. And there is no second edition. The book, which was written in 80s and which was published in 1992 finally, उसके अंदर में कुछ भी परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ apart from the typos which people keep writing me कि आपका ये थोड़ा गलत हो गया है, ठीक कर लो, तो वो मैं ठीक करता रहता हूँ. Apart from that, there is no revision, there is no second edition. So many times the syllabus has been revised, so many times the examination patterns have changed and everything has happened, but this book is still going strong और वो मेरी रॉयल्टी बढ़ती जा रही है. Alright, now coming to this neutrino katha, this particular word neutrino or the concept neutrino started fascinating me in a very early stage when I learned this beta decay for the first time during my UG education. तो उसी समय से न्यूट्रिनो मेरे को बहुत फैसिनेट करता था कि ये तो बड़ी प्यारी चीज़ है. और ऑल्दो मेरा ट्रेनिंग न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स में हुआ है, लेकिन हाँ वो न्यूट्रिनो का रिसर्च मैंने कभी नहीं किया था, बट इट कीप्स मी अटैच्ड. तो जब भी कुछ डेवलपमेंट होता है तो मैं बहुत चाव से देखता हूँ क्या हो रहा है. सो दैट इज हाउ आई मेड दिस टॉक. अथ श्री न्यूट्रिनो कथा. यू विल रीड दिस एट श्री, राइट? ये जो लिखा हुआ है कुछ अजीब ढंग सा लिखा हुआ है, तो दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ compatibility issues between Mac and Windows and this and that. ये श्री है, so अथ श्री न्यूट्रिनो कथा. Alright, प्रथम अध्याय. अर्जुन उवाच. You know, Arjun and Shri Krishna. So there's a huge teacher-student dialogue between Arjun and Shri Krishna, and that too in a battlefield. युद्ध के मैदान के अंदर में सब लोग अपने अस्त्र शस्त्र लेके खड़े हैं और ये भगवान जो है, भगवान श्री कृष्ण वो कथा सुना रहे हैं, वो टीच कर रहे हैं. अर्जुन सवाल पूछ रहा है. अर्जुन को बहुत भ्रम है. अर्जुन इज कंफ्यूज्ड. उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि मैं क्या करूं, क्या नहीं करूं, क्या है क्या नहीं है. एंड देन होल नॉलेज इज टोल्ड इन दैट बैटलफील्ड. तो वो उसको आप अर्जुन को एक स्टूडेंट की तरह देखना, कृष्ण को आप एक टीचर की तरह देखना. सो ही इज डीपली पजल्ड. आई डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दिस यूनिवर्स इज. ऐसा ही वहां भी हुआ था. उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि दुनिया है क्या. Kindly tell me what this universe is made of. Who were the great souls who had this realization? And then Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Shri Krishna answers, Dear Arjun, most of what you see is made of electrons. Here there is a message for teachers. There is a message for teachers. What Shri Krishna says is absolutely correct. Okay? But then here there is a word most of what you see. Right? So unless my student is at that status, I have to first see at what level my student will understand me. I should not tell everything that I know. मेरे को बहुत आता है तो मैं सब कुछ बताना शुरू कर दूं. पहले स्टूडेंट को देख तो लो कि उसको क्या आता है क्या नहीं आता है, किस लेवल का है. सो इसे गलत कुछ नहीं बताना है अपने को, लेकिन हाँ अभी देखना है कि वो क्या होता है. So when he says that most of it is, most of what you see is made of electrons, protons and neutrons, and Rishi, and then he had asked who had this realization, right? So Rishi Munis of all ages had struggled hard to get this divine knowledge. However, here are some who were given the blessings to discover these particles. Okay, so these are the great sages who discovered these. Sant Shri J.J. And start preaching Maharaj. Electron, proton and neutron. Alright. Now Arjun asks, you said most of it. You said most of it. So as a student, one has to be very curious and very attentive and listen to the teacher very patiently, and each word of that teacher's saying has to be interpreted. So he asked, are there other particles too? And now Krishna decides, yes, he's at the right level. I can talk to this. I can talk more about that. So, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, as world is governed by three qualities, kapo, Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Similarly, that particle world has three components: quarks, leptons, and interaction bosons. Okay, so ये सब चीजें हैं, and then he gives that even the most Jnani people think more fundamental to all material world are the following particles, and they call it standard model. Standard model of particles. You have quarks, UCT, DSB, you have leptons, electrons, muons, and tau, and then you have electron neutrino, muon neutrino, and tau neutrino, and you have these bosons which talk about interactions. So he tells about these particles. Then there are some sarva-sulabh particles. These are anyone can find them. And these are protons and neutrons and neutrinos, electrons. There are many, although it's not easy to find neutrinos, but there are many. Okay? And why the electron is created by me, capital M-E, me? Lighting humanity when no sun shines. ये बत्तियाँ कैसे जलेंगी, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नहीं आएगा तो इसलिए इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बने हैं. प्रोटॉन्स क्यों बने हैं? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को रोकने के लिए कुछ चाहिए ना, तो प्रोटॉन्स बने हैं उसके लिए. और न्यूट्रॉन्स क्यों बनाए गए हैं? प्रोटॉन्स को एक साथ रखने के लिए. If you don't have neutrons, you cannot put two and more protons together. If you want to make a nucleus of several protons, you have to put neutrons. So everything has a utility. Neutrino क्यों बनाया? ज्ञानी लोग थोड़ा सोचते रहे. And then you have Durlabh particles. One has to do घोर तपस्या. घोर तपस्या करना पड़ेगा अगर ये particles आपको पाना है तो. And these are those muons and tauons and all those things. All right. Now Arjun listens to all those leptons and this and that, but he gets interested in these neutrinos क्योंकि उसके साथ एक clause लगा है. Wise people guessing. To keep wise people guessing, Arjun thinks that I am wise. So I must know about neutrino. Proton वोटन छोड़ो, बाकी चीजों को छोड़ो. तो neutrinos के ऊपर आ जाते हैं. All right, he says that okay, these are that I see or feel. Where do I find the neutrinos? वो कहाँ मिलेगा मुझको? So this is our प्रथम अध्याय. All right, so next. So Sri Krishna answers, neutrinos are everywhere as far as you can see this world. जहाँ देखो वही neutrino मिल जाएगा. I am everywhere, but you don't feel it. भगवान बोल रहे ना? भगवान बोल रहे, I am everywhere, but people do not find me, do not feel me. Neutrinos are in front of you, but you don't feel them. So that's characteristic of neutrinos. Okay, neutrinos are my most favorite. And I created them in largest number, particles के अंदर में largest number, 10 to the power 86 neutrinos. And every moment new neutrinos are getting added. So Krishna is also very excited about telling about. So that happens. If the student starts showing curiosity, the teacher gets excited. है ना? और student अगर वो डल की तरह बैठा हुआ है, मैं जब MSc पढ़ाता था पटना साइंस कॉलेज के अंदर में, तो मेरे एक कलीग थे, his name was Verma, Anil Verma. He used to say कि when you are teaching +2, students are very happy. आप BSc पढ़ाने जाते हो, वो डल हो जाते हैं. आप MSc पढ़ाने जाते हो, they behave like dead bodies. So if the student starts interacting, showing curiosity, then the teacher also gets excited. So Krishna is now excited, telling everything about neutrinos. 10 to the power 86 neutrinos are there, and every moment it is increasing and all those things. And then Arjun is not interested in how many neutrinos are there. He wants to know what neutrinos are. So he interrupts. I am getting restless. If there are here in so many numbers, Why am I not observing them? हमें पता क्यों नहीं चल रहा है उनके बारे में? Okay, so the Sri Krishna replies, not only they are in front of you, they are hitting you with a speed of 7 lakhs of kilometers per second. वो है तो है, वो आपको पीट रहे हैं, आपको धक्का मार रहे हैं, and that too छोटे मोटे velocities से नहीं, वो almost speed of light से कर रहे हैं. The teacher also has to work little bit to arise this curiosity. आप सब कुछ एक बार में मत बता देना. आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप आप बताओ. लास्ट में कुछ ऐसा बोल दो कि वो स्टूडेंट के मन में एक और नया सवाल उपजे, उसकी क्यूरियोसिटी बढ़ाओ. So this is also responsibility of the teacher, that you create situations so that curiosity of the student comes up. So he puts this. वो स्पीड के बारे में तो पूछा नहीं था उसने, ये इन्होंने ऐड कर दिया कि वो इतना स्पीड से आके आपको मार रहा है, तब भी आपको कुछ पता नहीं चलता है. Alright, so I made them in such a way that tens of billions of them pass through every square centimeter of your body per second, and still you do not notice them. Per centimeters of our body, उसमें से न्यूट्रॉन हिट कर रहे हैं और जा रहे हैं, और हमें कुछ भी पता चलता नहीं है. Okay? No wall can stop neutrino and no water can make it wet. क्या वो मैं जानता नहीं हूँ संस्कृत. क्या नैनम छिदंती कुछ है ना, शस्त्राणी. तो वो जो शस्त्रों के द्वारा छेदा नहीं जा सकता, आग के द्वारा जलाया नहीं जा सकता, पानी के द्वारा बहाया नहीं जा सकता, हवा जिसको सुखा नहीं सकती, वो मैं हूँ, वो आत्मा है. No wall can stop neutrino. No wall can stop neutrino. No water can make it wet. No fire can burn it, and no wind can blow it. है ना? तो वो neutrino होता है. Oh Lord, please tell me in details. Please tell me in details. अब देखो टीचर का और स्टूडेंट का कैसा रिलेशन चल रहे हैं. टीचर बताता है फिर कैसे फुलझड़ी छोड़ देता है, और स्टूडेंट जो है वो फिर वहां से वो उसकी दूसरा पटाखा उसके अंदर से निकल करके आता है, फिर एक दूसरी कथा चलती है. Oh Lord, please tell me in detail how neutrinos hit me and still I do not feel it. How people got to know about neutrinos if neutrinos do not affect them. Okay, so now this is a very basic questions. जब तक इंटरेक्शन नहीं होगा तब तक उसके बारे में आप कुछ जानोगे नहीं, तो इंटरेक्शन होना जरूरी है. तो कैसे हो रहा है? अर्जुन is confused. All right, you are the right. Now he is confident. Now Sri Krishna has done all the probing business, and now he is confident that yes. So he declares that you are the right person whom I will show the Virat Roop of mystery. भगवान ने जो बैटलफील्ड के अंदर में कुछ समझ में, जब कृष्ण ने इतना समझाया, अर्जुन को कुछ समझ नहीं आया, विराट रूप दिखाया, तब उसको सब समझ में आ गया. हाँ, सब कृष्ण का विराट रूप दिखाने के लिए वो तैयार है. लिसन टू द स्टोरी वेरी केयरफुली. नाउ ही इज टेलिंग द स्टोरी. ऑलराइट, these were the questions in 1920s. Who has stolen the energy? And who has stolen the linear momentum? And who has stolen the angular momentum? कहाँ? Scientists had known beta decay and equipment to measure atomic masses of nuclei and energies of beta particles. So आप सब जानते हो, you all know, I don't have to tell more about that. When you have beta decay like this has a fixed energy that people can know about it. This has a fixed energy. This electron energy can be measured, and the electron energy shows a distribution. Okay, so you have, so from the same decay you have this much of energy of electron in the same decay, same equation, but another this much nucleus. When that decays, it gets this much of energy, or this much of energy, or this much of energy. So many energies are coming. But it should have been this energy and minus this energy. Rest mass energy of this bismuth, rest mass energy of this polonium. The difference should have been that, of course, the rest mass of electron and all that. But this distribution, so And this final thing, this satisfies the energy conservation and all that. So where is, for these decays, where is those black energy? That was the, and similarly the linear momentum and angular momentum. And then Rishi Niels Bohr, who had Siddhi from hydrogen Dev. Niels Bohr को तो हाइड्रोजन ने देवता ने खुद दर्शन दिए थे ना, उनके बारे में तो उसको सब कुछ मालूम था, हाइड्रोजन देवता ने सब बता दिया था कि ऐसा है वैसा है, ऑर्बिट्स है, क्वांटाइज्ड है, एंगुलर मोमेंटम का ये होता है and all that. So this great Rishi Niels Bohr had suggested the mantra of statistical conservation law of energy. So the energy need not be conserved event by event, but overall the energy should be conserved. These kind of explanations were coming. Alright, but then Rishi Pauli got a Divya Sandesh from this. And it was this Rishi Pauli who put this idea that the existence of a third particle, chargeless third particle produced with a beta particle. So one more particle was introduced by, idea was introduced by this Rishi Pauli. And then comes, of course, this had a big impact if you assume that. And then you have this Sant Sri Fermi. And he is the person who worked out the theory of interaction of this Pauli's proposed particle with other matter and gave it the name neutrino. Alright. And the interaction was too weak and it was very difficult to detect them with the worldly equipment that humans are given. Interaction was so weak. और मनुष्य के पास दिव्य शक्ति तो है नहीं, भगवान की शक्ति है नहीं, तो जितना मनुष्य को हमने दिया है उससे उसको निकाल पाना थोड़ा कठिन काम है, उसके लिए थोड़ा करना पड़ेगा, तप करना पड़ेगा. तो दैट वाज इट. ऑलराइट, कितना इंटरेक्शंस कितना कम है. So to get that idea, its mean free path in water will be 10 times the distance between the sun and the earth. That's the kind of interaction, the strength of interaction. So the search began. Alright, where is that part? Okay, so 1956. Oh Arjun, those who do karma sincerely, without fearing of achieving or failing the goal, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन, लेकिन कर्तव्य जो बहुत शिद्दत के साथ करते हैं, पूरे डेडिकेशन कमिटमेंट के साथ करते हैं, are my true bhaktas and I give them divine happiness. And here is the person, karma yogi. These are the karma yogi, कर्म करो. सोचो मत उसका फल क्या होगा, वो फल भगवान पे छोड़ो, कर्म करो. And these were the karma yogis. I just read it, Rhines and Cohen, although when I looked for the pronunciation in Google, it was very difficult. This Rhines written was something like his. I said, no, I won't go by that. I'll go by the Rhines and Cohen. Okay. So Neutrino gave darshan to this Frederick Rhines and Clyde Cohen, who did decades of tapasya for it. उनको दर्शन मिला इस न्यूट्रिनो का. Okay, यज्ञ जो किया उन्होंने, तपस्या जो किया, decades of तपस्या, यज्ञ का सामग्री, 200 liters of water, 40 kgs of CdCl2, and then photovoltaic tube, ये सब हवन का सामग्री पहले. और यज्ञ इतना बड़ा यज्ञ कहाँ किया जाएगा, उसके लिए पवित्र स्थान चाहिए. तो वो पवित्र स्थान जो था वो इनका ये सावनार रिवर प्लांट जॉर्जिया के अंदर में for 11 meters from a nuclear reactor and 12 meters underground. इस जगह पे वो सारा वेदी बनाई गई, हवन कुंड बनाया गया, सब कुछ काम करके। और what were the mantras of that यज्ञ? जो यज्ञ हो रहा था, मंत्र क्या हो रहे थे? Neutron plus a positron, swaha. So the proton comes from the water which is there, and these antineutrino electrons, antineutrino come from that reactor, and then उसका उन्होंने जब करा तो जो यज्ञ वेदी में से बना निकला, वो निकला न्यूट्रॉन and plus this positron स्वाहा, and then this positron which is there, that goes into the electron, and then the second mantra is electron plus positron, gamma 512 keV plus gamma 512 keV, swaha. Okay, and then you have this neutron which was created here, that is absorbed in 108 cadmium, making 109 cadmium, and then 9 MeV gamma ray, swaha. Right? So these were the mantras, and if the neutrinos are coming from the reactor and then they are interacting with this water, the protons of the water, they are creating this neutron and this positron, and both of them are giving signals, gamma signals, and then with coincidence some 5 microsecond delay. Okay, so this was the yajna arrangement, this was the geometry, something like, so you have water here in which you have cadmium, and then the from nuclear reactor all these electron antineutrinos are coming, interacting with protons and creating positron, and then from positron electron these gamma rays are coming, 511 keV gamma rays, and this neutron getting absorbed here, giving some 9 MeV gamma ray, and then this is delayed coincidence detection of them, and that tells that yes, न्यूट्रिनो आवाहन करोमी, इस देवता का आवाहन करना पड़ता है ना यज्ञ के अंदर में, तो ऐसे करके न्यूट्रिनो का आह्वान करते हैं, and then finally observation. So this all the observation of these two gamma rays with 5 microsecond difference, that shows how दर्शन न्यूट्रिनो का वहां से दर्शन होते हैं. Alright, so for our 3 neutrinos detect हो रहे हैं, of course. Alright, now Arjun puts a question. Lord Krishna, you have opened my inner vision, and I can see how the neutrinos discovered from Sant Rhinus and Sant Kovan makes the world complete. अब न्यूट्रिनो भी मिल गया, सब कुछ हो गया, सब कुछ done. लेकिन सब कुछ done तो होता नहीं ना कभी. तो भगवान कहते हैं, the world made by me is full of surprise, and it is true. It's really true. The world has nature has lot many surprises in store. Okay, so people in grip of Maya, Maya नहीं होना? Now people in grip of Maya think that they know everything of the world. अगर कोई ऐसा सोचते हो कि आपको सब कुछ मालूम है, तो आप माया के जंजाल में फंसे हो. Okay? But ज्ञानी people know that knowledge is infinite, and they keep searching for more and more. Okay? Now let me tell you how my Param Bhakt leader man brought the divine knowledge of muon neutrino to the mankind. So the teacher has to plan his or her communication so that the student doesn't get stuck at one point. Finally, stagnant नहीं होना चाहिए, उसको भी आगे बढ़ना. तो लास्ट में एक और म्यून एंटी न्यूट्रॉनों का नाम डाल दिया, म्यून न्यूट्रॉनों का नाम डाल दिया. तो अर्जुन के मन में कुछ खलबली मचेगी कि व्हाट इज दिस. तो ऐसा टीचर को करना चाहिए बीच बीच के अंदर. Alright, so now the new chapter starts, muon and all those things. So these are Sant Shri Lederman, Schwartz and Steinenberg. which performed a grand yajna at Brookhaven and discovered another flavor of neutrino, and that is muon neutrino. Okay? And then Arjun is once again puzzled. उसका सारे संदेह दूर हो गए थे, लेकिन टीचर का काम संदेह दूर करना नहीं है, टीचर का काम संदेह पैदा करना है। okay? अगर संदेह दूर कर दिया तो फिर क्या टीचर रहे? संदेह पैदा करो, तब तो अपना इंपॉर्टेंस पता चलेगा ना। So, oh Lord, it's getting more and more mysterious. I am dying to know what is muon and muon neutrino and how these are produced. Tell me and satisfy my thirst. So, Bhagavan Uvacha, those who are not inquisitive, those who are not trained to look through the beauty of nature, see only electrons, protons and neutrons. Right? But those who are dedicated to my creation gain the happiness of discovering more and more beauty of nature. And these are the people who are such sadhaks who could finally find this muon in 1936. So now Krishna tells that muon is a particle which is about 207 times heavier than electron, 9 times lighter than proton, and it contains the same charge and spin as an electron. Of course, the antiparticles are also there. So it tells about muon, and correspondingly there is a muon neutrino and its antiparticle muon antineutrino, which is different from what comes from beta decay, which is electron antineutrino and corresponding neutrino. Okay, so Arjuna asks, neutrino is not interacting with materials as it did not have charge and negligible mass, right? The neutrino is not interacting strongly, it is very weak interactions because it doesn't have charge. If it is charged, then of course you have atoms and ions and all those things, interaction will be there. But muon has charge, right? Mu plus, mu minus, mu zero. So Arjuna asked this question, but not so with muon. Then why do not I see muons as often as electrons? So here's the quality of the student, right? Here's the quality of the student. He correlates everything that he has learned or she has learned with any new statement, any new finding, any new observation. So already Krishna had told Arjuna that this is chargeless, almost massless, and it's not interacting with other things through whatever electromagnetic interactions or weak interactions, strong interactions. It's not doing that because all those missing parameters, missing qualities. But then when the talk of muon starts, Arjuna connects that. This has charge. He says in the previous statement that it has same charge as electron. Then how come it is not, why don't I see muon? I must see muon. So that's the quality of student. You have to, as a student, you have to keep track of what you have learned and correlate. हमारे क्या होता है, जो इस चैप्टर में पढ़ा था, वो इस चैप्टर के साथ खत्म. जो आगे के चैप्टर में पढ़ रहे हैं, वो वहां से शुरू होगा, इसका उसका कोई रिश्ता नहीं है. हमारे ऐसे होता है, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. So that is it. And then Krishna replies, I made electrons in good numbers and with absolute stability. Electrons are absolutely stable particles. So that there are numerous varieties of materials to sustain and increase the wisdom. If electrons are not there in so many numbers, if electrons are not stable, you will not have chemical bonding. You don't have chemical bonding, you will not have atoms, molecules, materials, nanoparticles, mesoparticles and all that structures. कुछ नहीं होगा तो electrons को वैसा होना चाहिए. Alright, but then muons come into existence only in specific cases, and that too for a short time. Muons are not stable particles, they have half-lives. Alright, and that is a few microseconds only, and therefore you don't see muons even if they have charges and all that. So Krishna explains all those things. But those who have submitted their karmas to me can do wonders in the short lifetime of about 5 minutes. Alright? So Karma Yogi Liederman, Schwartz, Steinberger slammed protons, 15 GeV protons into beryllium to produce another particle called pions, 2 quark particles which decayed to form neutrinos and muons. And for that, the Yajna Kunda was made of aluminium plates. हर एक यज्ञ का एक पर्पस होता है और ये उसके हवन कुंड की जो रचना होती है वो उस पर्पस के लिए होती है। अगर आपने चोरी की है और उसका प्रायश्चित करने वाले हो तो एक तरह का हवन कुंड बनता है। अगर आपकी रानी को संतान प्राप्ति नहीं हो रही है तो दूसरे किस्म का हवन कुंड बनता है। तो जो उद्देश्य होता है यज्ञ का उसके अनुसार उसकी सामग्री इकट्ठी की जाती है, उसके अनुसार उसकी सारी रचना की जाती है। So for this the Havan Kund had different things, aluminium plates, 10 tons of aluminium plates. जब पंडित जी लिखाते हैं ना तो उसमें लिखते हैं इतने किलोग्राम वो घी लाना, इतने किलोग्राम लकड़ी लाना, इतने ग्राम आम वो लाना, आम के पत्ते इतने लाना वगैरह वगैरह। तो 10 tons of aluminium plates and of course they vary at a high voltages all those things. तभी कुछ होगा। The whole beam was made to pass through 13 meter of steel plates which stopped everything but the tiny but mighty neutrinos. Okay, so something like this. You have these antineutrinos which are supposedly muon antineutrinos and they interact with this proton of aluminium. And if they are muon antineutrino, they will produce muon and neutron. If they are electron antineutrino, they will produce positron and neutron. And the Yajna Kunda was made in such a way that the flames will be different if it is muon and if it is positron. आप पतंजलि का घी डालोगे तो दूसरे तरफ का फ्लेम होगा, वो खुला वाला डालोगे तो दूसरे किस्म का होगा। तो वो ऐसा डिजाइन किया गया था कि अगर म्यून प्रोड्यूस हो उसके अंदर में तो ट्रैक अलग किस्म का बनेगा, पॉजिट्रॉन्स अगर प्रोड्यूस हो तो ट्रैक अलग किस्म का बनेगा। एंड फ्रॉम देयर दे नो, they came to know, or they got this divine knowledge that this interaction is not producing electron antineutrino, it is producing muon antineutrino. So you do have other flavor of this. Okay, so this is how, and then of course the tau neutrino again came from Fermi natural accelerators and so on. So it talks of all three. And then comes another question from Arjun. And that is, all those things you told about neutrinos, antineutrinos, they were created by man-made nuclear reactor or this or that, or pion, proton beam slapping into electrons and all those things. So are there Naisargic sources of neutrino? Okay, and then Krishna is ready with the reply and says that yes, the biggest source of energy is also the biggest source of neutrinos, and that is the stars. That is the stars. And closest to our Vasundhara is the sun. That is star. So that is the source of neutrinos. And okay, what kind of neutrinos? So they are all electron neutrinos. Okay, they are all electron neutrinos. The first cycle, the first step in the cycle, two protons coming together and making a two-nucleon nucleus. So that first cycle, anything in sun fusion has to start with this. That also produces a neutrino, and the energy of neutrino is this much. And after that, this 2H interacts with the 3 helium. 3 helium can interact with 3 helium, or 3 helium can interact with 4 helium, 7 beryllium, then that can interact with electron, and so on. Here is a possible neutrino, here is a possible neutrino, and the energies are different. So 85% of times it goes through this cycle, and then after the 7 beryllium, you have this possibility and this possibility. If it is this possibility, then you have a neutrino of 0.86 MeV. if it takes this route, if the 7 beryllium takes this route, because in that core of the sun, you have everything. You have electrons, you have protons, hydrogen nuclei, everything. So if it interacts with electron, then it produces this neutrino. If it interacts with a proton, then it produces this neutrino, and they have different energies. But all are electrons. No muon, no tau. Okay? So these are electron neutrinos, billions of which pass through every square cm of your body every second. Right? It's going on here also. Because sun is continuously doing that fusion of hydrogen into helium, and through different routes it is producing those 3 neutrinos of 3 different energies, not 3 different flavors, 3 different energies, and those neutrinos are coming to us and passing through everything, this wall and that wall and everything.